Tomorrow is a variety-packed day of brand new PlayStation 4 game releases, and that's what I want to highlight in this video, specifically 6 new PS4 games that are coming out tomorrow that you should definitely have your eyes on. And without further ado, let's get right into it. And I want to kick things off with a brand new JRPG. Yes, it has just been JRPG heaven for the last month for a lot of you guys. Sakura Wars is making its comeback over here in the States. Now, Sakura Wars was a game that had a release over here in the West years ago. Unfortunately, even though it was received really well from a critical standpoint, commercially it didn't do all too well, and unfortunately the franchise went to the wayside for a very long time. But now it's back with Sakura Wars coming from Sega, and this is a game that is not going to have English voiceover, so that is something I want to let you guys know about right away. However, if you're the kind of person that has the inherent interest in Sakura Wars, I don't think that's going to be a big deal. Nonetheless, for this reboot, Sega brought back many of the original creators and received major contributions in character design as well from those creators, and the Imperial Combat Revue takes the stage as Tokyo's defense force against a demon threat in this extravagant adventure. Soldiers in wartime but theater performers in peacetime, the Revue's Flower Division is not living up to their legacy and is at risk of being shut down. As newly appointed captain Seijiro Kamiyama, it's up to you to turn the team around. The game's key features note dynamic character interplay, engage with a colorful cast through the dynamic lips dialogue system, where what you say and how you say it has a profound impact on relationships off and on the battlefield. And that's probably one of the most distinctive elements of this game, and what you say and what you do with the other characters is going to have direct ramifications in the battles as well. It's interesting in that sense. Exciting combat payoffs, your bonds with team members flow into the high energy combat finale of each episode, featuring action-packed fights with giant steam-powered mecha and brilliant anime production, gorgeous animated sequences, a lush soundtrack, and characters designed by anime and Japanese RPG luminaries will transport you into a vibrant 1940s steampunk Tokyo. Main character design of the game is actually done by Tite Kubo, who is of Bleach fame, and by the way, Bleach is making a comeback. How about that? 2020 bringing everything back. We got Final Fantasy VII, we got Resident Evil 3, we got Trials of Mana, we got Sakura Wars, and Bleach is coming back too. Man, 2020's been pretty good. But back to Sakura Wars, a brand new JRPG, and definitely one to have your eyes on even through this busy time of new JRPGs, and it'll be dropping tomorrow. Next up, here's a game that I found interesting just based on a lot of its gameplay elements, and that is SnowRunner. Get ready for the next generation off-road experience. Drive powerful vehicles and overcome extreme open environments to complete dozens of challenging missions, solo or with up to 3 friends. This game looks high octane as hell. Get ready for the next generation off-road racing experience. SnowRunner puts you in the driver's seat of powerful vehicles as you conquer extreme open environments with the most advanced terrain simulation ever. Drive 40 vehicles from brands such as Ford, Chevrolet, and Freightliner as you leave your mark on an untamed open world. Overcome mud, torrential waters, snow, and frozen lakes while taking on perilous contracts and missions. Expand and customize your fleet with many upgrades and accessories, including an exhaust snorkel for heavy waters or chain tires for the battle of the snow. You've got a total of 40 unique vehicles to unlock, upgrade, and customize. Go solo or play with other players in 4-player co-op. Complete dozens of challenging missions across an interconnected world and face extreme environments in a highly advanced physics engine. Again, the game is due out tomorrow. Next up, we have another zany game. We have a Moving Out. Moving Out is a ridiculous physics-based moving simulator that brings new meaning to couch co-op. Are you ready for an exciting career in furniture? As a newly certified furniture arrangement and relocation technician, you'll take on moving jobs all across the busy town of Packmore. This is a game that you definitely want to play with a couple of friends. Enjoy the story mode solo as an independent contractor, or team up with some friends. Up to 4 players can cozy up on the couch to argue over the best way to move a couch. Test your skills and your friendship. Are pesky doors and windows standing in your furniture's way? Just blast through them with physics, lift, toss, and smash your way to the fastest times, and learn the ropes in a series of increasingly precarious and fantastical moving jobs. How a bed gets from point A to point B is never a straight line, so throw out the training manual and get creative. And you've also got a unique cast of colorful characters, each packed with passion for manual labor. This game is so off the wall, so zany, that it inherently has me very interested in it. And again, it is due out tomorrow, and if you're looking for a quality cooperative experience, Moving Out is definitely a game you'll want to have on your radar. Next up, if you want something that's a lot different and more of a psychological horror game, The Inner Friend should be on your radar. Descend into an eerie world made of scattered memories and unresolved unresolved traumas and explore a nightmarish landscape where you will come face to face with childhood fears and nightmares. This game already came out on PC back in 2018, didn't get a lot of attention with only 28 Steam user reviews posted, 85% of that being positive. The game notes, led by a mysterious shadow, face fears and nightmares inhabiting its materialized subconscious universe, dive into a unique and eerie world to relive the shadow's childhood memories and overcome them to restore what was once a safe haven. You'll journey ever deeper through the subconscious to unravel a rich but worldless story and encounter gruesome beings that you must evade. Ultimately, however, you will have to face them. The Inner Friend features a rich visual environment supported by an immersive soundscape and a cinematic soundtrack, enhancing immersion and emotional moments. Movement, imagery, and music are the main ways for the players to interact with the shadow, their guide throughout the descent. Dark and scary, mysterious at times, the world of the Inner Friend is a surrealist representation of memories and fears. Looks a little bit trippy and very much a psychological horror base, so keep that in mind, but this is another one to keep on your radar. It's listed at $14.99 on PC. I imagine it'll come out at a similar price point on PS4, but Inner Friend is due out tomorrow. Next up, for those of you looking for a quality survival horror action adventure title, you'll want to have your eyes on Daymare 1998, a third-person survival horror game that recreates the mood of iconic titles from the 90s with a fresh storyline, an incident that turns a small town into a deadly zone, 3 characters to play with, and a little time to find the truth before its mutated citizens abruptly end your mission. This came out back in 2019 on PC, kind of got a mixed reception, a 62 on Metacritic, more so positive as far as the Steam user reception goes, with 77% of those reviews being positive. It's a third-person survival horror game with hardcore survival mechanics and hard-to-kill enemies. It requires a strategical approach to combat and puzzles and offers a multi-character point of view for the story, revealing a deep and obscure lore. The scene is set within a secret research facility, a deadly chemical weapon, and a special security team to investigate the incident, with the potential to become much more than just a security breach. Follow the steps of an elite soldier, a helicopter pilot, and a forest ranger as they play out their roles in an event that transforms one peaceful small town into a deadly zone and its citizens into bloodthirsty monsters. Take the creatures down first before looking for any clues and evidence to bring more sense to the mess. Keep track of your itinerary, as resources are scarce in a situation like this. Anything can happen when your daymares become real. You've got a multi-character point of view presentation style. See the story from different angles and discover the truth. Dreadful enemies, a realistic HUD, environmental puzzles, classic mechanics, modern graphics and effects, and it is a homage to 90s survival horror titles. Again, Daymare 1998 will be out tomorrow. And lastly, we have Dredd Nautical. Dredd Nautical is a game that I've been following for a little bit, a turn-based roguelite RPG. Your cruise was so relaxing until the monsters from another dimension showed up to kill everyone. Fight them off, manage your resources effectively, and convince scattered survivors to join your efforts. A captivatingly eerie tactical turn-based RPG. Again, supernatural forces have overwhelmed a cruise liner called Hope with mysterious, malevolent monstrosities. Fight them off as one of 4 unlikely heroes. Manage your scarce resources effectively and convince scattered survivors to fight alongside you. You'll need them for any hope of escaping this vacation alive. You can traverse all 20 decks to unlock the mysteries of the Hope. Think several steps ahead during each battle, plotting the optimal use of each character's action points. Your weapons, bandages, and other items deteriorate, and your resources are very limited. Make sure your companions rest, or panic may overtake them. Oh, and do expect to die a lot throughout the game. The game definitely has more of a charming and a zany art style as well. The presentation is going to be more of an acquired taste. I don't imagine that everybody's going to be all on board with it, but Dredd Nautical to me looks like a pretty captivating title done by Zen Studios, and I hope that it does turn out to be a standout when it does drop on PlayStation 4 tomorrow. And that's going to conclude this video. I know the last month has been kind of packed with new game releases, whether it be Final Fantasy VII Remake, Resident Evil 3. A lot of you guys have hopped on Trials of Mana. A lot of Japanese games coming out as well. The month of May is a pretty quiet month of new game releases, so bear that in mind. Last of Us Part 2 was delayed. SAO, Alicization, Licorice just got delayed, so a lot of time is going to be had for you guys to either delve into your backlog or even give some of these games that are a little bit lower profile a chance. As far as JRPGs go, I don't think Sakura Wars has potential to do all that well just because there's so much competition. I really hope it does sell well, but when you have this kind of competition, I don't know, that's just going to make things a little bit more difficult, but I do hope it does sell really well. SnowRunner is out tomorrow. Moving Out looks zany as hell. The Inner Friend, a psychological horror title. Daymare 1998, more of a traditional horror title as a homage to the 90s. And you've got Dredd Nautical rounding out the lineup. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.